You are tuned in to the Nutso Bunch podcast.
We are here, we are live, we are in the building. And
We're trying to do the backup for Arsenio Hall. Remember that? The TV show?
Homeboy
This
used
show?
to go crazy.
I used to try to like last as long as he could.
Wait, what?
What?
Take a sip, bro. Yo, you know what my cure for that was? Is Henny. Sos, welcome back, man. How you doing?
I walked right into that one.
What a fucking step.
Oh,
Wow,
man.
It's a hot stepper.
Man,
Wow.
oh, man.
Thailand.
It's a hot stepper.
Yeah, he
Thailand.
is. Yeah, he is. Bro.
Shit. Whoa, that's crazy. But yeah, that shit used to be funny. Man.
Yeah, it was. Yeah, it was. Arsenio, dude.
Thank you for
Hold the
correcting
O.
me. Thank you for correcting me, gentlemen. I appreciate
No worries. We always are aim to make sure we keep you on your toes there, buddy.
it. Yeah. Thank you.
But how you been, bro?
Good. Can't complain.
Nice.
Can't
Nice.
complain. Ready to watch this game tonight.
Ready to watch this game and leave the pod early. Heard you.
Who's playing?
Fred.
Who's playing?
I don't know, man. I don't know.
What game are you
Not my
following?
team.
He's a Rangers fan.
He's a Rangers fan. Oh,
I am
yeah,
actually.
not my team. Yeah, it's the Celtics and,
Yeah, I don't.
the,
Yeah,
and the
do,
Mavs.
all right, so you gamble. Do you gamble on NHL?
Yeah.
Okay.
Sometimes. But I haven't really, like I said, I've really
You ever
been
watched?
chilling.
Do you have you watched like the finals? The finals start tonight too, right? Am I bugging?
They may.
Stanley
They
Cup?
may.
Stanley Cup?
Yeah.
I don't know.
I think it's underway already.
It already started yesterday.
it might have,
Might have
yeah.
been yesterday. Yesterday or Wednesday.
I could be.
Okay.
Yeah.
Yeah, I don't.
That should be intense, dog.
Yeah, everybody told me that watching hockey on TV than actually being at the arena is two totally different.
No, it's way different. Being at the game is fire.
Yeah.
Oh, it's fire.
The adrenaline, the fighting.
Yeah, I used to love
it's
going to
crazy.
Wolfpack games.
Yeah. I
You love going to who?
Wolfpack games.
I only went to one.
Went to a Canadian
Yes, games, not concerts.
in
Right.
Canada.
Yeah, I only went to one
Canada.
hockey game.
No, I went to like hockey game in Canada. That's where you got to go.
I bet.
Oh, I bet.
Motherfuckers
Yeah.
out there, they'll check their kids.
We went with the rec. The rec took us for free, so we went to a hockey
The
game. That was
Whalers
my
back
whole
in the
time.
day when you were a kid.
Never been to a Whalers game.
Whalers?
Yeah, never went to a Whalers game when I was
Yeah,
a
I
kid.
have.
Yeah, no.
You want to know what's the
Fire.
craziest story behind the Whalers?
What?
They didn't want to pay for the new stadium that they wanted. They wanted
They're
the new
North
arena.
Carolina now, right? Am I bugging?
Yes.
Yeah, right.
Carolina Hurricanes.
Carolina
Yeah.
Hurricanes. So they leave Hartford, and within I think the next 4 years or 3 years of them moving down
They
there,
won.
they won the Stanley Cup.
Yeah, no, like the year that they moved.
The exact
exact year that they moved, they won.
These dudes
crazy.
is dumb, man.
So it's like, yo, you know how much money that would have brought to Connecticut? To just, man, that would have been crazy. So
Right.
But
Hey.
we don't have no other sports teams but the Huskies.
No, we got the Connecticut Sun, dog. Don't forget.
Oh, yeah, facts.
Jesus, the
Facts.
sexist guy over here.
I forgot. WNBA is on its way up.
It's
Shouts
one of the.
out to
It
WNBA.
is.
It's because it's such a short season. It just
And it's a summer
flashes,
season.
It
And
flashes
it's a
by.
summer.
Yeah,
It's a
summer
summer
season.
league, summer season.
You tend to think about baseball.
They putting
I don't
they
watch
putting
no
that,
sports
They
in the
putting that
summer,
chick
'cause
through hell,
baseball-
boy. They treating her like they play for the Pistons.
You
know what? That's crazy.
No.
One at a time.
All right,
Go ahead.
So the whole Caitlin Clark getting beat up narrative
Yeah,
is
it's
it's kind of
off.
crazy
Yeah, it's
because
crap.
it's off. It's not real.
It's just
Like,
getting
you can't-
headlines.
She's getting headlines because she is definitely like she's the poster girl. She
Yeah.
came out. She
Yeah.
kicks ass. She takes names.
Yeah.
But there's been drama in the WNBA for a minute,
time.
long before she even got there.
Right.
So,
There's been
like-
whole. Wow, I was about to go there.
Jesus, there's been
Whole-
hoes.
whole
Whole
ass,
kind of
Oh.
crazy.
whole ass problems.
Oh, okay. So there's been holes all up and through that league. I bet.
Yeah.
Nah, so like there was one where like I can't remember, like I'm bad on the narrative. There was,
No. There was one where a female player was dating another player
Yeah,
and then
on
broke
another
up with
team.
the player and then then dating one of her teammates. Then one from the other team,
On the
that
same
one
team.
got in a fight, and then she came to the
came
aid
to
of the other one.
the hell?
The ex.
Yeah,
She came.
Sounds like a group home.
Yo, it was wild,
bro. It
was wild. There's some real
The
life drama.
storylines in the WNBA are out of control.
Yeah, there's some good storylines that
They're-
don't got nothing to do with Caitlyn.
Got nothing to do with basketball too, but it got everything to do with the real. Like, yo, they're
Loving basketball without the basketball.
yo. But they've also been like a pumped up league long before. Like didn't matter who you are coming in. Like you had somebody in your face like who was a veteran from the very beginning.
Oh, yeah.
Always, it's a competitive league. It's
And
like,
a superstar in their own right.
like while
Girl
being
Taurasi.
while being super paid, like super low paid, it's also the most competitive league for women's basketball. Like everybody could go play over in Europe. From what I can understand, if you play NCAA ball, like
Oh, you can go
play
there and
overseas.
you can probably
Yeah.
go overseas and rack.
Yep.
Yep.
You know, don't go to Europe or wait, sorry, Russia. But like you know,
You ain't coming back.
no, I mean just as long as you ain't like trying to smuggle empty cartridges and stuff.
Crazy.
Facts. Then your ass is grass.
Yeah, you're gonna be there for a while. So anyhow,
Yes.
the
Fred-
WNBA is not as loaded as we
ASMR.
thought.
Yeah, ASMR. My shit.
It's dude. Yeah. Yeah. No, the WNBA is real. It gets real for sure.
Oh, maybe I'll start watching.
Nah, they've been balling for a minute, man.
So you won't start watching?
No, I'm probably
What don't you like about women's basketball, Fred?
I don't really particularly watch
Men's.
most of
basketball.
the men's basketball. Like, you know what I mean?
Right.
I gotta just be home in that mood to fucking throw that on.
Well, that's for like
Or watch my
that's-
team.
That's for most parts in the first place. Like
Yeah.
like to sit down and commit yourself to an actual like watching of a game. Like
Yeah,
you know,
I'd rather
It's a
watch.
lot.
I'd rather rewatch an old movie. I'm that guy.
when you have nothing invested in it too, that makes a big difference.
I'm not a gambler, so you know what I mean. I could care less.
So is you setting up bets over there or what?
Facts.
Yeah, facts. I was wondering. It got quiet.
Yeah, I'm looking at a few.
Say I'm
things
not
for-
a gambler in social night.
Yeah, I'm looking at a few things for tonight, but I'm really not even looking into the game more or less no more because it's just so much
All
going
the side
on.
bets.
Not even really just the side bets. Like last week, for instance, when the Celtics played the Pacers and it was down, I saw that game. I saw the first half. They shot the shit out the ball.
Yo.
Like the Pacers shot the shit out the
Yeah.
ball.
Yeah, they did.
And they had the Celtics up by like 12 or 13.
Done.
They were up. And the line for the second half was -8. Meaning the Celtics could lose but couldn't lose by more than 5.
Yeah.
Or something like that. I was like, bro, they're no bullshit. They were up by like 16. They couldn't lose by more than 8.
It's too controlled, man.
No. I knew that Boston had a chance because the Pacers shot the shit out the ball. Mm-hmm. So second half, I took Boston.
To win the game?
No, I just took them with the points.
The points, okay. Because I was going to say, the win was probably nice.
Yeah, it was like plus 185 or 190 like that.
That's nice.
Yeah, but I just put a couple dollars on them to come back. They ended up coming back and winning the game.
So you
Yeah,
got
those are nice.
So you got a nice little.
I got a little bit, but it was like,
Let me hold some.
but it was like we talking about the game. My cousin's like, oh, I don't know. I was like, yo, just put 200 on it for me, cause I couldn't get to my shit. He was already on his shit. I was like, yo, put 200. I'm gonna sell you 200. And he was like, all right, bet. My
You
cousin
zelled them right away?
Nah, he put it in. I forgot all about it. At the nighttime, I checked. He texted me because I had my phone off, and we won. But I was just like, yo, just keep the
Oh, I
money.
thought you were gonna.
You told him to keep the money?
Yeah.
Oh, because you never.
I never sent the
money.
bread. I never sent the bread. He won. He was going to pay me for it. He was going to be like, yo, don't send me nothing. Just keep it. I was like, you know what? Just keep it. Just keep
That's
it.
dope.
Look at this guy.
It'll
Not
come
me.
back.
I'd be like, yo, the 200's coming right inside.
Yeah, nah.
It'll come back around.
Exactly.
He won,
Facts.
he won like 180, 175.
That's a nice hit. It's a nice hit. I like those.
Yeah, those are straight.
I got
Those are
smoked.
straight.
I got smoked.
I hate that. That drives me nuts. The betting a certain amount and then you're not even winning that amount back.
Yeah.
That shit drives me
So
nuts.
just
probably
a quick
one of the
little,
main
just a
reasons
quick
I
little
don't
better's
gamble.
tip. There's always a vig. The vig is the 10 or the 20. So for let's just say standard game was always with the point spread. Are they going to win by 5? Going to win by 10? Whatever that is always going to be minus 110. The minus is for the favorite.
Yep.
Meaning you have to put 110 to win
win 100.
$100. Then it'll say +8, meaning the other team can't lose by 8,
and
it'll be a -110.
Yeah, or 108, or you know.
So you got to put another 110 to win 100. But then when you go to the money line, that's where it gets juicy. You see what I'm saying?
Yeah.
That 8-point underdog is a +200, 220, 225. So that means you put 100, you win that 225.
Okay.
Yeah. And you know the best thing to do is kind of
Now, can you make that bet without making the other bets that you were saying about the points and shit?
Yeah, of
Okay.
course.
So you can just bet on that one. Is what I'm saying.
You could do a straight bet. You could do that, and those are better because parlays. You know, even though I take part in parlay betting, it's a sucker's bet.
It is, man, because you typically lose.
Because you need so much.
You're banking on like other things from other factors.
Yeah,
To all
making sure certain people perform and shit like that.
And I'm always one off. I'll bet like 6-7 leg parlays, and I'll lose on one person not getting a rebound by half a point. Like all the fucking time.
Because that person knew about your parlay.
Yo, facts.
Yo, I swear they do. They called and they're like, yo.
I've always said that. I'm like, yo, the fact that this shit is all on the phones now is they're checking that shit.
They're like, yo, Wes is about to win
they'll
500.
They're like, oh, so many people have money on this particular player who never hardly plays. He's in right now, balling out. He's about to win, and then they sit him down.
But that's exactly how the dude got. He got caught in the.
I was gonna say that we talked about that.
I'm just looking up another name right now. Like we just had another dude who got a permanent ban. Major League Baseball.
Oh, baseball. Yeah. The Spanish cat.
Yeah.
One of y'all cousins.
Him and 3 more dudes are going to be getting jammed up.
Yeah, he said they're investigating other people too. I seen that. Yep.
Damn, it's going down. Basement.
You're a millionaire, my guy. What are you doing? Like,
you
why
would think
no. So like he
was
was betting when he was on the injured list. So he might have thought that he was in the clear because he's not playing. I'm not advocating for him. We all know like Pete Rose pretty much set it up for everybody. Don't bet on sports if you are involved in sport.
Right. But point blank period. He still has influence over the team. He's around the clubhouse.
100%.
He still knows the insider information, so he can't bet the team that he's playing on,
he's not
even if he is hurt.
Exactly.
That's like them. That's why they don't let you bet the college that's in your state. You can't bet.
You were saying that. I remember you said you couldn't bet UConn. I was like,
and it's the most annoying thing because I would have killed everyone last year. I would have ran it up.
Speaking of UConn,
this year they just passed.
See, the Lakers are
interested
in
state to
both years, but
you can see the Lakers are interested in Hurley.
Don't talk. I don't want to talk about it.
I'm upset. I hope he doesn't leave.
I don't think he's going to leave.
About it.
UConn's about to throw mad bread at him.
Not only that,
our taxes about to go up to pay that.
He can't. No.
I'll pay extra state
Yo,
tax.
all right. So it's mad funny in the group chat. I'm like, the only person okay with that is my brother Hosey. As long as they're winning. He was like 100.
Me too. Me too. I'm in.
He goes, I'll pay extra taxes if we're going to win
Me too.
Yeah, but I don't. How can I say this? I like him enough, and I liked him before he was a UConn coach, when he was in Rhode Island, when he was, he was a good coach. You know what I'm saying? So I don't want him to go to the Lakers because the Lakers are just a fuck show right now. They're just,
they are.
They're just since 2000.
They're the Clippers.
Since 2010, in the last 14 years, they've had 7 head coaches. That's like an average of every 2 seasons you get rid of a coach. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
So
that's terrible.
That's no stability, and it just goes to show that in sports, you just got to win a little bit, and everybody will go all over you. Don't get me wrong. Dan Hurley is a hell of a coach.
His brother Bobby is too.
But the transition from the college game to the NBA
That's what I'm saying. It's a little different.
It's not the same. And most of the coaches that have done it, when they transition, failed. There's only been one coach in the lifespan of the entire NBA that won a championship collegially and NBA.
So
there's only one.
Who?
Bobby's salary was $2.9 million last year.
Who?
$2.9 million last year for the 23-24 season.
Who? Danny Hurley?
Bobby. No, he's brought Bobby.
Yeah, because you threw out Bobby.
You said Bobby Hurley was going to be the one who's.
No, Dan Hurley. UConn.
Dan is about UConn.
Right.
Dan Hurley.
Yeah. So Dan Hurley.
Bobby Hurley.
Bobby is his brother. That's Arizona.
Right. Yeah.
State,
so nonetheless,
ASU.
The highest paid state employee in Connecticut is Dan Hurley.
Yeah, he's at like $6 million.
5.25 million.
Okay, 5 point.
But
also though, but last year though, Dan Hurley got like a $1.75 million bonus by winning and making the Final Four, and he has bonuses that's
separate.
Tied in.
They about to put tolls up by UConn only.
Bro, I'm
paying back-to-back chips, boy.
Dog, it's already hard enough to park on that campus when they have a game at campus.
Crazy, bro.
If we're being honest, the Lakers are probably going to throw him $15 million.
Yeah, I don't think he's going to go, though.
And if UConn can get him around the 10, 11 range, I think he stays.
There's no college coach making $10 million.
No. I know. He'll be the highest paid.
In the history.
In the history of the game.
Nobody's even scratching. How much?
Self makes like $9 million, I think.
How much?
He's the highest paid. Calipari's right under him at like $8.5 or $8 million. But Bill Self from Kansas, I think, is the highest paid college coach right now.
At like 9.
It's somewhere around there, over $8 million.
Shit.
Over $8 million.
But this is the problem. See, when you go to the NBA,
I thought Kim was going to fact check me.
When you deal with the college, when you deal with the college level,
fact check.
Yep.
To the NBA level. There's a lot of control that you have to get in different areas. You understand what I'm saying?
Yeah.
When you're dealing with collegiate athletes, you could be a little bit more aggressive with them because they don't. You know what I mean? They don't have.
You can act a different way because you have a certain
professional
you have a
athletes
certain
are
level of control.
And certain things. And then not only that, but when you're a college coach, you have full control of your program.
Yep.
You bringing in the guys you want.
You're working.
You know everything. This
his
is
assistant
your
coaches are
You're
banging
running
too.
your plays.
You see what I'm saying? This is the thing with the NBA. Your general manager might not want your assistant coach.
That's the
Your
shit.
general
Like
manager
if he was to go there, he would
want
have to have his
you to
coaches
play
with him.
this guy more minutes. You see what I'm saying? So it's a big difference. Like Bill Parcells said in that interview, you want me to cook you a meal, but I can't buy the ingredients. You see what I'm saying? If you want me to cook, I got to be able to be in the kitchen doing what I got to do. So it's just tough.
Is that an idol of yours?
Who, Bill Parcells?
Yeah.
Not really.
Because, he throws out one-liners.
He throws out dad-liners.
I like Bill. I like Bill because he was straightforward, but I wasn't enough into football at the time when he was really around. You see what I'm saying? Yeah. I started really getting into football later in life.
He was funny at the roast.
Yeah.
Just a fact check. Yep. Calipari is second, $8.53 million.
Yeah, I know
Bill Self makes just under $9 million. And last year he got a $5 million retention bonus, so he made about $13.5 million. Bill Self. But that was only 1 year. After that, it goes. He's regular around a little under $9 million. Yeah. So if he makes 10, if Hurley gets 10, that'll be the highest per year contract ever.
So NCAA is also trying to do this revenue share thing that goes throughout their programs where they're going to actually give them real money rather than this NIL shit.
Make them college employees.
Yes, basically. And a lot of these schools don't really have the bread for it. So like the Big East is not a school for football or football teams.
Yeah. Football is what fucked us up.
Football, fucks up for the Big East big time. So where you have that involved, and then you have somebody who, all right, so Big East is known for basketball. That's where they're racking. But it's also kind of been one-sided for a little while, if you want to talk about it. But for when it all breaks down, these schools are not going to be able to afford to be able to do all this new rule shit that the NCAA is going to be able to put in place because this money is not going to be there because not all these schools have the money nor the shit in place.
It's hard. It's hard, especially now.
They got to start calling. They got to start fucking with Happy Hogan.
Nah, with the transfer portal was crazy.
It is.
See, with the
Happy Hogan get the bread.
Transfer portal has really wrecked a lot of people's programs just for your scholarship money is going to one place for a certain amount of the year, and then next thing you know, this person's I'm gonna take my talents to Miami, and bang, next thing you know, or South Beach.
Yeah. That's the transfer.
Fuck the joke.
Call Happy. Happy will get it done.
Highest.
You know Happy Hogan?
Happy Hogan. No.
Yeah, remember the guy in Blue Chips?
Oh yeah.
What was Shaq's
They
name?
deserve this money. Neon Bordeaux.
Yeah.
Neon Bordeaux.
Neon Bordeaux.
Yeah,
He said we gave him a Lexus. He didn't even want it.
That's
He said, I asked for this. He was like, I don't know nothing, man.
Butch McRae.
Butch McRae. Ricky Rowe.
Yo, who wrote these names?
Butch McRae was
Tony's
Penny,
Tony's fucking TV.
Yo, Butch McRae.
That's a hard
was
class,
Penny.
so you don't really just watch the box.
McRae. Neon.
Butch McRae.
Just doing.
Neon
I was just
Bordeaux.
going over this watching a quiz show the other
Him
day.
and the white dude should have switched.
They were asking names of characters from movies, and I'm like, yo, I love the movie, but you can't remember the name type of thing.
Yeah.
So one of them was remember Tin Cup?
Yeah.
Kevin Costner,
Cheech
Marin,
Marin,
like and
Homegirl from Lethal Weapon.
Renee Zellweger.
Yep.
No, wait, not Zellweger.
No, not Zellweger.
Renee, whatever.
Her,
Yeah.
but
So
Both of you have the same thing.
it's a great movie. I love that movie.
They're like, they put up 4 names on the screen. They're like, what was his name? And like, they put them all up there. Like one's like Jeff, like all of them sounded like they be his name.
Yeah.
But one of them was like Roy McAvoy. And I'm like, nah. I was like, that's like
it. I
was like, that's a professional golfer. Yeah. I'm thinking of Rory
McIlroy.
McIlroy.
Yeah.
So like that completely blacked out like in my head. And I'm like, all right, no, that can't be the answer. No, that was the answer.
It was the answer. Yeah.
Jesus
all
Christ.
Like so.
Dope movie. He's playing with garden tools and shit.
I just thought it was crazy that everybody was
tools.
able to just like recall all the names real quick, like that. Like we watched that.
He was a gambler.
Oh, yeah.
He was like a
Why are you pointing at Sauce when you said that?
He was
a
he was a hustler.
You would like
he was a
because
driving
he
range hustler
gambled as
that
well.
ended up like doing like a pro tour and shit.
Okay.
Because he was that nasty. He would hustle people and we play with garden tools. He played
Played
a
with
whole round
7
with just a
iron.
7-iron. Played a whole round of golf with just one club.
Just to be an
putted
asshole.
everything. Just to be a dick. He was
And he
nasty.
fucking killed him.
Oh, he was nasty.
Broke every club in his bag.
Oh, you
Yep,
just-
on
okay.
purpose.
Like
Is that not possible?
Totally possible.
it's
but
possible, but it's like I can't drive my 7-iron like
yeah.
200 yards.
Yeah.
Like,
He
that's
was doing
crazy talk. Like he's just out
he's a
there like
beast.
the movie's insane.
It's a dope movie.
It's Hollywood.
Hollywood.
And you have Cheech Marin for like your caddy.
Your caddy,
You can't
yeah.
lose. You can't lose.
Can't
That's
lose.
your fuzzy.
Drinking margaritas.
Like that's your fuzzy right there, bro.
I never seen it, but okay.
Yeah, me either. It's because it's golf.
It's all
Hey,
right.
speaking of golf,
Oh, yeah, talk about it.
what are you doing when you get back?
Buying a golf
Buying
set.
golf
over.
set?
Yeah.
Yo, I said yo.
we were
I
playing
got a
Sunday
set.
talking about it.
That you could practice with
Yes.
before we even try to go out and
I'm in,
anything
Ken.
like that. Like
That's
I'll
my
just
language.
let you go out there, whack
Smack
it-
some balls around.
Go
Balls.
nuts, go
Yeah,
nuts.
we had a freaking blast on Sunday.
Oh, we had a real good time.
Yeah, man. We had,
He
we
pulls
four
up
of
and he
us.
realizes it's my cousin, and he's like, "Yo, it's Tiff's brother."
Yeah.
he's
I didn't know he was your cousin. Yeah, I didn't know they
no,
were. Yeah,
no.
no shit. No.
It's a small world of half families. you know?
Facts, man. my eye doctor's his cousin.
Oh, wow.
Yeah. That like
You golf
went
with your
to-
eye doctor?
You went.
No, her brother.
Oh.
Oh, he gave you those ugly ass glasses?
Yeah. No, he didn't. She did.
She didn't? Oh, okay.
Yeah, no. In which, there was a text message that got sent out with a picture. The reply that comes back,
When I called it,
wow.
I called it.
Well, what? Speak on
I said,
Y'all speaking in code.
Yo.
I said, yo, send this. She's like, I'm gonna take a picture. Send it to your sister. I guarantee you, the reply is gonna be certain words. Boom. You fat fuck. That's that. She gonna say
Yeah.
hi to Kenny, and that other fat
Yeah,
fuck.
and that other fat fuck tell him to go do something like real vulgar.
Yo,
and
real
then
bad.
Also,
and I literally told him, I said, yo, me and your sister,
way back,
bro. The text messages are wild.
Brutal.
Oh, they're so aggressive.
Y'all just
So-
try to like
the-
assassinate each
Oh,
other.
bro!
via
As soon as she puts a
text.
picture, I bang. I'm like, you. I be saying some raunchy shit, dog.
You're the first person I ever heard that said you text messaged his sister and he didn't feel weird about it. I feel
Oh, true.
because the way that she replied, I was like, oh wow.
Yeah, exactly.
It was so innocent.
Damn.
It's like, oh
Jesus
wow.
Christ.
Nah,
Can't
that's
take
the
Fred
homie,
nowhere.
man. Since we were kids, you know,
That's
her
dope.
cousin lived on my street. You know, Tiff.
No, don't even know.
I'm not gonna say the last name, but you know Tiff. You know who it is.
We'll talk about it off the air.
Okay. Yeah.
The homie.
Yeah, I bumped
No.
into somebody from the childhood the other day. I had to call Fred, like, yo,
Oh,
I
yeah,
bumped
yeah.
into homie. That's crazy.
Yeah.
The story he told me about certain things, I was like, oh, you serious?
Makes
Yeah,
sense.
I'm like, we'll talk about that off here. And I
yeah.
was just
Got
like, damn.
jacked.
Yeah.
I know.
Oh, shit.
So funny about. So I'll say something else.
Fancy you coming
So
here.
we go to this is when Adrian was in Central.
Okay.
Me and Coco and drive up and Puerto Rican Rick.
Yeah.
We drive up to Central to go to a party with Adrian and all these cats. This is when my Maxima got towed. I had rims and everything, and they towed my car first out of the parking lot.
Okay.
So they can steal your rims.
Yo, Rick's like, yo, why you tow his shit? Because he got rims. Yo, bro, we were broke, dog. I was 19, 18, 19, you know what I mean? Bro,
tow money.
we get up there, bro. The party's going on, and we run into him in there.
Elmer's.
And that's when he confronted Coco about that. He said, yo, man, when Coco said, yo, my bad, man. I was going through it. You know what I mean? They squashed it that night. You know
Yeah,
what
he told me. He told me. They
yep.
spoke about it one day and shit.
That was that night at freaking Central. We happened to be in the same party at Central. Nice. Bro. Yep.
Yeah, he was like, yo, remember this guy? And he was like, yeah, man.
He's like, damn, man, why you do that, man? He's like, yo, I was going through it, man. My bad. And they squashed it that night. Yeah.
Ouch.
Yep.
I was like, are you serious? He's like, yeah, we talked it out.
Mm-hmm.
But the funniest thing was, right? He was like, yeah, I grew up over here. So the first day he went to go do the service at the property, I was like, who the fuck is this guy? Just like his body mannerism and the way he talked and shit and his little mouth move. I was like, what the fuck? I know this fucking guy. So I left it alone.
It was mouth movement that was familiar to you.
Yeah, because you know how he always used to talk shit? He always used to talk shit.
Yeah, I hear you.
And he always used to be like, rah, 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 rah.
Yeah, but based on how you started the show and how we are at the
No,
midpoint,
bro.
Nah, go ahead.
What you mean?
I'm secure in my sexuality. Trust me, brother. Fuck
you
all
ain't got to
that.
convince me, convince yourself.
Ain't no convincing. This ain't a game show, motherfucker. It's a podcast.
Hey, it goes down on pods
Yep.
nowadays.
So continue.
But
Go ahead, my
right,
bad.
so he got to talking, and then eventually he was like, "Yeah, you know, I played here. I've done this." Because I asked him, "You hoop?" He was like, "Yeah, I used to play down at Hopeville. You know, with this guy." I was like, "You know, Freddie and all of them." And he was like, "Yeah, Mike and all of them." And he was like, "Yeah, I used to play with this guy named Sammy Alvarez."
Yeah,
He was like, "I knew this guy named Sammy Alvarez at the park. He was real good. He was nice." And then he pointed to this guy in the hole. He was like, "That guy Sammy Alvarez. He was good." And I'm like, "Alvarado, bro, that's me."
Had this dude all moist.
I'm like,
He's like,
like, that was me, yo.
Maybe I'm not so secure in my sexuality.
nah, because
You like the way I play?
I couldn't tell it was him because he had a beard, gray hair.
He said
and
the
he's
way
different.
he dribbled them balls, it was crazy in the park.
And I got fat. You know what I'm saying? So it's not the same. We look totally different. And I was like, and I played against him in the East Mountain
You
League.
didn't look like
and
Dante DiVincenzo back in the day.
Nah.
back in the day, a little bit, man.
Nah. He looked more like Zach Morris balling.
Word.
Okay.
Because I had a little longer hair, you know?
Yep.
In the pompadour?
Oh, he definitely had the pompadour.
He had the big, like, whoop, swoop.
Nah.
Yeah, he had to
like,
lay down with the fade under it. He had that.
like the 4th or 5th grade era. It was crazy. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, it was bugged out.
It was cool, though. Trust
No,
me.
it wasn't.
Hey, looking back on it, I was the only one in the school though. You feel me? I had to stand out.
I
had to
didn't
be
have good
different.
haircuts either. That's when mom used to take us. You know what I'm saying?
Man,
They should cut his sideburns. I used to get that straight sideburn. I used to be mad as hell, bro.
Talking about bad haircuts, nigga. Your brother was my barber for like a year. I'm not talking Adrian.
No. That's when you started getting real fades, though.
I'm not talking Adrian.
You talking about
Halsey, nigga.
Halsey cut your hair?
because Halsey was my brother's boy, so Halsey was cutting
Most
first.
used to cut all our hair back in the day.
Man.
So
When
he would
finally
come-
I got old enough to not go
Did
to
y'all
that.
get like the bowl cuts though? What was going on?
No, I just used to get like a buzzy, like just
Yeah.
used to cut it off and then boom.
and then try his best to blend his whatever. he
Terrible.
Yo,
bro, terrible.
could. Bro, what?
Hard times.
We-
Hard
times,
bro.
yo.
Hard times.
Cats
Hey,
are not
yo.
getting real haircuts,
Hey,
bro.
yo,
They were
listen.
willing to pay for like a buzz.
Listen
Yeah.
to this shit, bro. It was like before school haircuts that you're going back to school and Halsey is shaping you up
In
to
the
go to
yard.
school.
In the yard.
on the back porch.
Yo, I've seen y'all's photos.
Yo, bro, I'm trying to tell you. He came to my house. My brother was
I've seen him.
My brother was like, because I guess Halsey was coming over or whatever. He was like, yo, since you come over, bring your clippers. My brother needed a haircut, and he brought his clippers. He cut my hair, and then I think like a few days later, when he had came back to the house, he cut my brother's hair, and I was like, yo, I don't know if what you did was like, you know what I'm saying? Like
Yeah.
I'm looking like.
It's a little faded over here. It's wrong.
This shit look crazy, you know what I'm saying? Nobody really noticing but me because we're young. But I was just like,
Yeah,
fuck.
that was the beginning stages.
But it was free. It was
Facts.
free. It was convenient. You ain't had to go nowhere.
Yeah, facts.
You know what I'm saying? So hey, shouts out to Halsey and his barbershop skills. You know what I'm saying?
We'll talk about it when you come up here.
Yeah, let's talk about
When
it.
is that?
Shit.
Facts. You need to get his schedule fucking right.
Freddie had like the Cholo starter kit.
Yeah.
Nigga, what?
My dad used to cut like hair back in the day too. He would like cut his own hair. My dad always cut his own hair. And my dad used to do like the Jerry Curl mullet type shit. He used to give it because Adrian had the same hair. He used to give Adrian that same shit.
Kill him. Kill him. Poor Adrian.
It was fire in the 80s.
The
You know
Puerto
what
Rican S curl.
Once that 89
that-
turned to a 90, that shit was
Yeah.
a no-go.
that S curl mullet.
Yo, bro, I'm trying to tell you. Growing up was so crazy. It was so fun. Yo, do you remember the top of your hill all the way up where we couldn't go into that backyard? We were sliding down into Coco's yard.
Yeah.
Yo,
That's
that
all
was-
blocked off now. I drove by there when I went to your house the other day. I
blocked
drove by
off
there. Yeah.
everything, but that was so fun. We would go down that shit.
Yep. We would have the plow guy plow all the snow to the
Listen,
bottom.
It got so real that the people that lived next door to Coco, I don't know who they were. They had a little garage like into their house. Me, Coco, I don't know if it was you or Adrian. I don't even know if it was one of y'all, but I know it was Coco was with me. They let us into the basement through the garage, the little garage thing, and turned on a heater because we couldn't feel our fingers no more.
We was out there playing. But that's when the neighborhood was cool like that. You know what I mean?
That's what I was about to say. So just that's what I'm saying. Like growing up,
I drove
was
by there. Like I
crazy.
said, I drove by there the other day. I'm like, oh God, this is terrible
It
over
looks
here now.
crazy.
It's
It looks
crazy.
crazy. It looks
All the houses look like shit. You know what I mean?
Yeah. But what I'm
sad.
saying,
And it was so clean and like when we were down there. You know what I mean?
yeah, when we was little, we would stay right there on Middle Street at the top of the corner between Middle and Baldwin, and every 18-wheeler that came by, we used to bomb it with
Yeah,
snowballs.
facts.
Bomb them.
Yeah.
Really?
And there was like 10 of us.
Yeah, and they used to walk. They would see us and be like, bang, 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 bang,
Bang,
bang, bang, bang.
And we would throw
We started
snowballs.
putting rocks in them.
Yeah, we would have mad snowballs pre-made too.
Yeah.
It was so much fun, yo.
Yeah.
So now these kids nowadays, man, with the social media and shit, they don't even want
I remember
to
the tree next to Coco's house. We used to put a big pile of leaves under the branch, and then we would climb it and then wrestle on the branch and like play like king of the hill up there type shit.
That's crazy.
Falling into the leaves.
I remember when Coco put a hoop in his back porch. I was like, yo, if we miss it, it goes down. Who's going there?
Yo, and it happened all the time. I mean, we used to take the little back trail down to Hector's crib to get the ball.
that shit. I used to be like, yo, let's just stay down here and play here,
Yeah,
bro.
yeah. Motherfuckers was going hiking to go catch a basketball before.
Yeah, because he had a hoop,
On
a
his
portable hoop
porch.
on his back porch
On his
that was
deck.
on the side of a fucking cliff.
Yeah.
Who the fuck's idea was that?
Well,
We used to play like 2-on-2 back. We used to
That
get
sounds-
it in back.
What?
But how? Y'all would go near the cliff?
It was
It was a deck. It
The
was a
deck. It
deck.
had the
Oh,
but on
it
the
had
other side
railings.
of the
But on
deck
the other
was the
side, it
cliff.
was going down, dog.
Yeah, like if you was at the
Who
railing, the
decided
floor
it's a good
wasn't
idea
there.
to
The
play
floor
on
was
a
at the bottom
deck?
of the tree.
Yeah, it was
Like
down.
the
It
tree
was
was-
a solid like
Yeah,
10-foot drop.
10.
And then the next level was way down.
Yeah. If you landed on that 10 foot, you
Yeah.
might be alive. If you make it past that, you R.I.P. All right,
What was
because it was
down
all
there?
rock.
It was all rocks and like
All
wood there.
rocks.
But
All
when we used to play ball down there on that street on Hector,
Sounds so
we would
Dangerous.
We would
Yeah.
go behind Coco's garage
Yep.
and use the trail down and walk
the
the
side
and
come
basically
down.
because we didn't want to walk all the way around the road. You know what I'm saying?
Yep. we
Right.
walked
That
down.
that
But
sounds
even that was
crazy.
dangerous going
Yeah,
down that
facts.
shit. But yo, and then that's why I said we just started playing down there because he had a hoop that was probably about 7 feet, seven
Yeah,
and a half
facts.
feet. And
Y'all were
we used-
catching booths on his deck.
What? So listen, it was on the street pole. Nah. So the
No, we
deck,
talk about
the deck
Thank you, brother.
was on the top street, right? And the ball would fall off the deck, and there was another street behind it. So there was a hoop there too that was in the middle of the street, and that street had no traffic.
Yep.
Right.
That's what we spray painted on the
Yeah,
court.
right,
We
spray
put a whole
painted
court in the road.
Yeah, foul line, 3-point
And
line, everything.
the power company, they came by while we were putting the hoop up. I remember with Heck, and they put deadbolts in it for us to keep it up there.
So it
Yep.
stayed.
That shit didn't move, dog. It did not go
Yo,
nowhere.
it didn't matter.
One of the most sturdy rims I've ever played on,
you could
bro.
have been 500
Yeah, it
pounds.
did not move, yo. They
And-
put
and
these.
and you could have did a chin up if you were
crazy.
possible. Yeah, that shit wasn't
Yep.
going nowhere.
Damn.
We used to
That's
play
dope.
So the light pole was like he said, it was a light pole. So the street was right here, but remember I told you it was a mountain.
Advertising.
Oh yeah, my fault. My fault. So remember he told you it was a mountain behind it, right?
Fuck them
So
name pay.
so the motherfucking like the sand, the dirt was like on the hill.
It had a little,
Behind
and it was
a little-
impacted.
Yeah.
So we used to jump off of that.
And dunk. Or when we were shorter, we would jump off the little hump.
Yep.
Dunk, right?
Yep.
Because we couldn't get to it. When we got older and big enough, we would throw the ball in the air to bounce off the hump.
Yep.
And then dunk it.
We used to have some good times.
Yo,
out
you
there.
remember running off the side of at the boys club, running off the rim that had the mats, and then
On the bleachers?
running on the no, the opposite side of the bleachers,
Where they had the white
the
mats.
mats.
Yeah.
Remember ever like running up the wall and dunking?
Oh yeah.
Yeah, but
I never did it there. But we used to do that
I never really did that.
You was scared?
Nah. I just didn't want to fucking like get in trouble.
Oh, nah. I used to do that shit all the time.
Cause Jeff would just talk mad shit
All the time.
He was
Jeff-
scared.
He was my coach, and I was the starting point guard. And if I did some shit, Jeff would be like, "You ain't playing.
Yeah.
You ain't
It was
starting."
bugged out, bro.
Yeah, it was crazy. So I didn't want to get. I paid more attention. I had more respect at the boys' club than I did at school, bro. I swear
Don't
to
take
God.
my basketball away.
I swear to
Well,
God,
because
bro.
they look like us.
Yeah, I respected more at
think
the boys'
so.
club. I had less fights at the boys' club.
Again, I think because they look like us.
You know what I'm saying? I was chill. Don't get me wrong. We had our little confrontations and shit with motherfuckers, but
Of course.
but it was always squashed when we went to the next because they had schedules. You know what I'm saying? They had
Yeah.
like a
We had
Gym,
mad schedules.
playroom.
from this time we had
Yep,
this. From this time
Yep.
we had this. So they had a schedule. So by the time we went to the next room
was-
to do
it was
something,
done.
It was done.
But not only that,
was
like
straight.
even if you did fight, like you.
It
the
was
best
more
thing
like
to do-
wrestling. It was more wrestling.
Well, what we used to do is, and rest in peace, Jamie Arline. He used to have us like go in the locker room. He just closed the doors. He'd be like, "Yo, y'all really got a problem? Just squash it now,
Yep.
or fight. Get it over with because they're gonna fight eventually." And he
I've
let you
seen
fight.
Vic- I've
and
seen
then,
Vic do
you
that a
know,
couple times,
just go.
Pace shit.
Yeah, Vic did that to me and Toby, right? Because Toby kept hacking me. So he did that to me and Toby, and I was like, damn, if I fight this nigga, I can't play ball right now. So he locked us in the bathroom. I was like, bro, stop fucking hacking me, bro. Stop
You
fucking
talked
hacking
it out
me.
with him. And
Yo, like 2 seconds. I was like, bro, I want to play ball. I don't want to fight right now. But if you keep doing that shit, we're going to fight after the game.
Word.
Because right now he locked us in the bathroom.
Yeah, as I said, Vic
swear
used
to
to do
God,
that,
he
yep.
locked us in the bathroom, me and Toby. You know Toby.
Yeah.
You know Toby.
Yep.
Locked me and Toby in the bathroom. And I'm like, I'm looking at Toby, fucking kill you. But I'm like, that's gonna take a lot of energy out of me. You know what I'm saying?
I got
And
a game.
And Toby had a few pounds on me.
Yeah, he did. He was chubby back then.
Toby
Yeah,
had
he-
a few
yep.
pounds on me back then.
Yep.
So I'm like, I gotta wrestle and tussle with this big motherfucker in here
Yep,
in this
yep.
little ass space.
Yep.
My advantage is room. He needs me in a tight area to fucking
Yep.
get me. So I'm like, fuck it. Do it again, and we're gonna play. We're gonna fight after. But we went back and we squashed it after that, and it was straight. But
Good.
yo,
We had some fucking hoopers down in that wreck too, man.
Yeah. North End Rec versus South End Rec. Who wins?
It depends what era, like what time.
I give it to the North End Rec all day, every day.
Yeah.
I give it to the North End Rec all day, every day. Just
Yeah.
because they had the pool of talent was
Yep.
superior.
That's the Mecca, right? That's the Mecca.
In our town.
Yeah.
Yeah, come on, bro.
Yeah.
I left South End to play with y'all because it was like, what the fuck? Gotta play
Say
with the
that.
brothers. Gotta
Say
play with
that.
the brothers.
I stole him from y'all.
Nah, it was
I was happy to let him go.
After he played with Zion, then you came with us on the travel
but yo,
with Doge and
I
yeah.
held my own wherever I went. When you know what I'm saying, when we was playing ball, I did my thing.
Oh,
course.
same.
Of
Same.
course.
Yeah.
Yeah, I didn't care where I was playing at. I was gonna ball.
Yeah, we played. It was funny though because I played for Zion. You know what I'm saying? And the majority of the individuals that played there,
Not
went to the
majority,
church.
every single one except you.
went to the church.
Not majority, every single one except you was
Went
what?
to the church,
Zion, like-
or were black.
Wait,
black,
Zion.
Yeah,
Baptist. Zion Baptist. Zion.
on Pearl Street.
Yeah.
Wow.
Yeah, you see this fair skin walking that motherfucker all the time going to
Don't mean
practice.
anything.
No, but hey,
Everybody comes.
Daryl was our coach, right? Wasn't it Daryl?
yeah,
He
the,
used to live right
the
there.
pastor.
Yep, right by the
Pastor, how he doing? I never
I
seen
think
him.
he like moved down south or something.
Oh, okay,
Yeah,
that's good.
got
man.
married.
He was a good guy.
He
was a good dude. Good dude, man.
He was a
There
good
were
coach.
mad good dudes that used to like coach us and be like part of the
Yeah,
rep when we were
bro.
kids, man. It was mad
Yeah,
good people
bro,
like that.
Definitely.
Now it's like fuck these kids.
Well, because there are kids and we know they bad.
Kids are different, bro.
They are.
The
What do you
teachers
think?
don't even want to coach after school. They're like, nah.
Yeah, you know what I mean? Like it's crazy.
They're like, I'm
Yeah.
good, B.
They used to all be in house.
Yeah,
Right,
word.
right. It's wild though because a lot of times these kids want the world, but they don't want to work for it. They want things to happen for them, but they don't want to work for it.
Yeah, it's a time lapse video for them in life. You see what
It's
I'm saying?
crazy for me,
That's
too,
what they-
because-
that's what they want.
I
Yo,
just
they're
had-
not used to a training montage. That's why.
Yeah. Facts.
Everything's supposed to be given. I'm gonna get off topic, but on topic a little bit because I just had a All-Star game tryout recently.
What's that
this weekend, where a bunch of kids from the age group that I coach
I was gonna say you played?
attempted and tried out for a team. No, football.
Oh.
Football.
Real
But tried out
world
for a
road
team.
rules
Bro, my
challenge.
play days is over. Them days is Long gone. I
We
know,
know that. But it's an all.
like-
I'm not trying to play you at all, but we said all-star competition, and
Yeah,
then
them
it's
days
like
is over.
those are like people who actively play.
Yeah,
and
nah.
then Fred was like, "So you,
What?
Bro,
damn, Fred."
I'm gonna be real.
I know. Hey, yo, that's a great friend though. Fuck it.
I played.
That's a
Fred's an
great.
asshole. I've legit hooped maybe 5 times since I tore my ACL. Total.
But
Total.
you gotta stay active.
I
my
know
boy.
that.
You
Yeah, I
gotta
know
stay
that.
active.
Yeah, I
You
do
gotta
have
stay
to
Gotta
get.
hit
I
the
have to
gym,
get
man.
back
Hit
active.
them leg presses or
I have to
something.
get back active. But yeah, we had the 203 versus 860. That's the game that we're gonna be playing. And we had a bunch of kids that tried out. And it's crazy, like when they get in the setting of like other really good kids around them, how many people either step up and are ready to go, and how many just be like, shit, he's really good. And
It's
just
shut
go
down.
sit on the sideline,
down.
bro. Go sit on the sideline. And I was in that atmosphere. I'm coaching, obviously, and I'm not being biased to my kids because I don't want anyone thinking. I want my kids to earn their shit. Bro.
Same way they earned that championship.
A bunch of them that didn't get picked, a few of them that didn't get picked, like parents were mad at me. Like, oh, well, why you didn't do this? Why? Bro,
Parents are terrible. Parents shouldn't even be allowed at events like that.
that's where I was going because we were saying about kids and their attitudes, but I'm going to go back to the parents.
Because our
bro.
kids didn't go to our
Uncoachable
kids. Our
kids
parents didn't go to our
become
fucking rec games and shit like
Making
hardly
money.
ever.
They were working.
I think that the biggest thing is that a lot of times, and I'm guilty of this as a coach, I shelter my kids or block them from some of the negative stuff. So,
Such as?
internet, if they have a bad play and something happens on the field, I'm the first one to go up and be like, yo, don't worry, man, we're gonna move past that. And you know what I mean? They don't know how to do
That game's already over. That
coach
part's
stuff.
already over. That's
Right.
coaching.
That's
Right.
regular coach stuff.
Right,
though. Like,
right. But when they get home, it's not like that. And
of course.
or
You
when they
can't
get
control
when
the
they
home
get
environment, though.
when they get taken out of the game because of how they're playing. They get home and the parents are like, "Man, you should have been playing the whole game. You're the best player on the team."
Yeah.
I understand. Well, but
yo, they got it. Some of them got it.
Meanwhile, while you're competitive, though, don't you have to break it up and like spread it out between some of those? Like, you are a competitive like team. I do know
Very
that.
much so.
Yeah, no. But you also have other players of the same caliber.
Yeah, it's
So
just
when
parents being parents.
When another
Right.
player also can perform,
At that high
hopefully at
level.
the same level as your child, but
Yep.
your child ain't cutting it out at that moment, and you're also supposed to be there about the team and the rest of the kids
You-
and
you
everybody
would think,
else.
man.
Look
You
at
would think-
Ryan Gosling.
you would think.
Remember the Titans.
Ken, you would think
Put
that's how it
PD in.
is.
He's better.
Yeah, but you would think that's how it is, man. And I'm just from experience, bro.
Ryan
and
Gosling
these kids
was a
are
fucking liability in that movie.
That's why they took him out.
liability, bro.
You can't take out my son.
yo, that's real. That's really how it be, man. And a lot of times, like some of these kids, either are gonna falter and they're gonna take this as like a negative thing, or they're gonna come back and work harder and try
Yeah,
to
there's
get
mad
better.
kids that'll get sat down and they'll never play again. Like,
That's it.
you know what I mean?
That's it. And it's unfortunate,
You gotta have that though, but that's something you gotta have. Like, so a lot of kids like nowadays they get like a lot of training. They get a lot of shit from YouTube. There's a lot more available
There's
to
way
them
more mad information
than
now
what
on
we
everything.
had, right? So I
They
remember.
have softballs to practice. We are dribbling in the house nowadays.
Yeah, so
Bluetooth
So
type
I
shit.
remember.
Yeah.
I remember the days where I had nobody to catch my rebounds, pass,
Yeah.
or nothing like that.
Yeah.
And the work that you had to put in, You see
Bro.
what I'm saying?
Bro, we used to shovel Hopeville
Yeah.
at just the foul line area just to shoot when it was
Yeah.
cold outside.
Bro, what do you mean? We
So-
used to walk up to
So
Why
a
was
lot,
it
a lot,
just
a lot,
cold
a lot of
outside?
these kids, a lot of these
I hope there was
kids, even
snow
though
in
that
the
they're
ground if you
good,
were
even
shoveling
though
it.
that they're good, you know what I'm saying? It's a difference when you're good in the streets or in the park or whatever than
sure.
when you get into an organized atmosphere.
That's a whole different game.
It's a whole it's a whole different animal. You
It
see what I'm
is.
saying?
It is.
It's totally
And
different.
a lot of
I'll
people
be
don't
the first.
understand that.
I'll be the first to say I'm way better in a regular pickup game than fundamental ball.
Anybody is
And
because
I'm the opposite, I feel like.
because
Because I'm
there's
I
There
was
were
really
a couple games in
structured.
school where I was like, "Fuck it, I'm gonna just do my own thing," and I balled.
Yep.
You know what I mean? It was way better than when it was like, pass the ball 6 times and do it. I was like,
Yeah,
nah,
that
man.
I feel like
when Tag would actually let me bring the ball up, I balled out.
Play best.
I balled out.
I wish there was different ways back then, but like what I'm trying to say is like when there's certain athletes, even with talent, even with like an individual, like, you know, he's 10, 11, whatever age group that you're coaching at this year
10.
is, right? These kids come with a little bit of ego, like
sure.
you said, built up because they think they're good.
It's hyped in the home.
Yeah, it's hype. You see what I'm saying? So those become the uncoachable kids.
Oh yeah.
So it's a dose of reality that they need to understand that the team is bigger than them.
Right.
And that's where a lot of these, even when they do recruiting, like we were talking about the college, you see what I'm saying? There's a lot of players that are 5 stars that don't win. 4 stars that don't win.
Yeah, facts.
Big programs that don't win. But you get these other, not mid-majors, but not the blue.
Yeah, you get the ones that are just
Two
gonna
and
ball out,
three-star
coachable
kids.
ones.
Yes.
2 and 3 star
because
kids that are going to develop, work within the system.
Or even a 4-star. If you get a 4-star that's willing to work the hardest, everybody else will follow.
Right.
So you got to have, as a coach, you got to have certain kids that have that in them, have that moxie, and then you got to have other kids that are willing to follow.
Yeah.
Because it's all about, you know, it's not. I'm not trying to be funny, but it's just like in life. Everybody has to play their part. You know,
Facts.
Everybody just can't be
A role.
Yeah, everybody has their role. Everybody has their opportunity to shine
And
their role.
And you
in
look
their
at
role.
UConn, and they get somebody like a Steph Castle is a perfect example. He was a 5-star kid, but he came in. Hurley gave him a role, and he played that role well to the point where now he's a lottery pick. He's probably a top 10 pick. Yep. And all these other kids he was like number 20 in his ranking. All these other kids that were ranked higher than him that went to Kentucky and Kansas and all these other Duke, all these other spots aren't going to get drafted higher than him now because he took his role, played it 100%, showed his potential that he could be more, but in order for the team UConn to win, he had to run that role.
He had to be the
good at that role.
superstar in that role.
Yes, and he was.
But that all also comes home to the character at home, the parents, and all of that. Because, like you said, you're coaching individuals. You're coaching little young men.
Yeah. That I'm trying to develop mentally beyond football. I don't care about football, to be honest. Like, this is the tool that I'm.
Are they all men? You don't have any furries?
Huh?
You don't have any furries on your team?
No.
Oh, okay.
So
I mean, not
so the hardest part is right now. What? Even if you don't win, even if you don't, have major success.
Yep.
I think the major part is in just growing a good individual.
For sure.
Showing them good values.
Yep. For sure.
I have my coaching certificate. I don't like to coach. I don't want to coach because I feel like the competitiveness in me would be a little bit too much.
Yeah.
The patience I may have to train.
I think that
but training and coaching.
Yeah, facts.
Training and coaching, it may be a little difficult. Like, I may be able to show you how to do it, but then if you
I
don't
think you're selling yourself short.
I don't know, man. I don't know. Like,
I think you're selling yourself short.
He just don't want to be that guy. He was top dog baller, and now he's just coaching a regular team.
No, bro, I have no problem.
I'll say this much: you don't want to set your you already don't want to not be able to like travel. You want to be like out and about.
No, I don't want to deal with what he's going through.
Oh no, 100%.
That's the shit that I don't want to deal with.
And I'm not technically going through that.
That's
this
what I'm
is my
saying.
first.
Like, you don't like.
No. I'd rather have like right now, this summer right now, right? Mm-hmm. I got an 11-year-old at home. I got a 10-year-old, and I got a 6-year-old at home, right?
Yep.
So this summer right here, right now, I'm gonna start to incorporate some activities and some kind of sports.
Yeah, man.
You see what I'm saying?
Get them off that phone, bro.
Get them off the phone. But not only that, because I see the isolation that the phone brings and the disconnect that they have with everything.
Real life.
It just becomes a little bit more difficult. So when you have a team, when you have somebody you have to count on, talk to, constantly communicate, like, yo, you're going to do this, you're going to do that, I'm going to help you, blah, blah, blah. Whatever it is, that shit translates 100% in real life.
And those become real friends in real life afterwards, too,
Yeah.
that these kids are going to hang around
look
with.
At that. Look at that, man.
Yeah, we
look at that.
Shit.
That's actually what brought us all together, right?
Yeah, sports.
Absolutely.
Yeah, basketball.
That shit is crazy.
Sports, all of that shit.
That's crazy.
But that's what I'm saying. Like, the values that sports
That's how I met Bill.
That you don't, project or you even think like, oh, he's going to make bonds and friends and learn how to deal with adversity and different people and different ethnicities and all of that shit. It's going to be something that you don't take into consideration as a parent. But, that shit, those is good skills, man.
It is. It is.
Skills.
It is. And, kind of rolls me into another thing because I had a situation this week, and I just want to send condolences out to one of my kids' families. One of my kids, his father passed away unfortunately this week, and from I'm sure what you guys heard about that happened in the city, and that was his father, man. So he's the junior of that senior. So unfortunately, man, this is crazy because this is something similar happened to one of my kids last year, where his father passed away right before the season, man, and 2 years in a row. And it just makes me realize, like, yo, the
same circumstances?
No, different. One was an accident, and one was unfortunately, act of violence.
Oh, yeah, of course.
So
the other one.
Yeah, man. So it's just like, wow, bro. It makes me realize, like, the city that we live in, and these kids that I am dealing with.
It's not the same
like,
place we grew up in.
Not only that, like, we saw stuff like this happen when we were younger, but I feel like it was more few and far between. Yeah. And now when we're in these situations and it hits this close to home, and it's a kid that I'm gonna have to like help guide now for the next couple of years through football, when he's mad or something and he's upset and he's having a bad day, like, I'm gonna have to talk to him.
I was gonna say, you got to be his dad for a little bit.
Discuss like the why about things and help him get through some of these adverse situations that he's going to be dealing with, because who knows if he's going to have another father figure at home that's going to help him with
facts.
that. It's just very unfortunate, man. And I just again wanted to send condolences to him and his family, and just very sad circumstances, bro.
Yeah, man.
Very sad.
A lot of condolences, man. Condolences,
Yeah.
Rest in peace, Josie.
Yeah, man. Jesus.
That shit.
Another.
Menguin.
It's crazy, man.
Menguin passed too.
Menguin?
Yeah, remember Menguin?
Yeah.
She died the day after Josie did.
Wow. No.
Yeah. Her funeral services are next Saturday.
Same circumstances?
No, a little different.
Right. Oh, got you.
Yeah.
Right.
Fuck, man. Yo, man, life is precious, man. Life is a very, very precious thing. You gotta take it.
Hug your loved ones.
Yeah,
Word.
man.
Facts.
You know what? It's so crazy, man. It's so crazy.
Yeah,
shit is so real, man.
And of course, we've taken a couple of weeks off, so I'd be remiss to not say, rest in peace as well to Shotty.
Yeah,
Dwayne Hunter, man. It's funny too because I remember telling a story on the pod about living on Pearl Street and seeing some crazy stuff happening before, right? And I remember telling the story about how I heard sirens and all kinds of crazy stuff going on outside, and I went out on my back porch, and there was somebody who came down the steps and was like, "Yo," came out of like the shadows, like, "Yo, let me come in your house real quick." And I look, and it's Shotty. He's coming down the steps like, "Yo, some crazy stuff went down the street, man," and the cops are running around like literally in my backyard. I'm like, "Yeah, come on in, bro. Come on in. Come hang out for a little bit."
Play some video games.
At like 9, 10 years old. Yeah, that's literally what we did. So my mom would work third shift, so she'll be there from like, 11 to 7. Something crazy go down. He's family to me. So like that was one of my brother's best friends growing up. Yeah. Like, so, it was nothing for them to just come hide out on the back porch or knock on the door and come through and, I'll make some fish sticks or something.
I remember I went to your house. You was like, I'm so close to the gym.
You were the safe house?
Spit on Pearl Street.
Yo, yeah, you can spit on the fucking roof. Yep.
That's exactly what he did. He was like, look how close we are to the gym. Spit. I was like, damn. We close as fuck.
Yeah. So it's unfortunate, man. A lot of sad things happening around in the city, and Shotty was extremely, extremely well known and well liked, man. And it's rest in peace to his family, man. Yeah, you usually don't hear that because we have that running. So it's
what the hell was that?
That shit. I was out of town.
Yeah,
I was out of town when I heard about the incident, and then when I got back into town, I put 2 and 2 together, and it was just tough. It was a tough pill to swallow.
Word.
It was difficult because I knew him.
Right.
on multiple levels.
Right.
Good
hooping too, and cutting hair and
everything. I know
everything that he did,
I
man.
Know him every which way you know what I'm saying. So it's not to say that I was his best friend. We ain't talk every day. We had our seasons. People in your life for seasons.
Yeah.
We ain't around for all the time. We just around for a good time.
Right.
So we hung out. We had our little season or whatever, and it was cool. He was always stand up, always kept it cool, always kept it positive.
Always.
The one thing I could say about him was, he loved hoop, yo. He loved sports. He loved talking sports all the time.
And talking junk.
And talking. Oh, man.
Yeah, of
Talk
course.
shit all the time.
Yeah, he was like a Pat Bev. He loved playing defense, bringing the ball up with the hard dribble.
All Pat Bev. Yeah. Same Pat Bev game.
Yeah, bro.
Same game.
Yeah, straight up.
But you know, it was just fun. It was always cool. You know, it was crazy.
That's
it was
sad,
crazy.
man.
It was crazy. And then to find out about homegirl that we went to school with a few days later, less than 10 days, 8 days later, find out about that shit.
Who was an avid listener of the show, man.
Facts.
Very
avid listener. Like we lost someone who was a big supporter of what we were doing,
heavy
man.
supporter.
Yeah.
Heavy supporter.
Never
homie,
missed the
man.
episode.
Yeah, listened all the time. I remember taking bus trips out of town because the girls and the boys sometimes took the same bus to the same away games because they would play or we would play, you know, first or second or whatever the case may be. And she was on the bus with us.
Yep.
Okay.
For freshman year, she was on the bus a lot because freshmen played. You know what I mean?
Yep.
So she was around, and she lived by City Gas.
Yeah. She was always in the rec with us.
Yeah, and she worked at the rec.
And let me mess up the degrees of separation. She worked with my mom for a point in time as well.
I remember you tell us in the chat, like,
man.
doing the joint, and then, you know, and reading up on it, you know, they put it out there that she worked in the community and helped out the community, you know, in multiple ways.
Yep.
It's just
Young man.
you know what hurts, bro. You know, and I got a close family member with me right now that we're not there, and you know. I hope we don't get to that point, but it's so common now that it's almost like we got to get prepared for something similar, if not that.
right?
Going through it too, dog.
So it's like, all right, so what we going to do? You know what I'm saying? And it's just so crazy because, yo, it's 10 years my mom passed. Hey, yo, it's just been very emotional lately. You know what I'm saying? With everybody
bro.
passing.
Getting to that age, bro, where motherfuckers start dying.
Exactly. So,
You know what I mean? Like, fuck.
so it's just coming full circle now as an adult. That it's just like, these is the tough realities we're going to have to face, man. We're going to have to, you know, put some of our friends down. Some of our friends are going to have to put us down. And it sucks, but it's the tough reality. And the toughest part about the whole thing is that
Enjoy your fucking lives.
But to a certain degree, it's like, it's a gift and a curse. How much can we enjoy? What you want to do?
Facts,
you want to drink a lot? Fuck your liver up. You want to eat the bullshit? You want to die faster. So it's just so many things so many hurdles put in our place. And a lot of people don't know about, you know, the shit that we're eating, the shit that we're putting into our body. And I'll advocate, you know, to be like, oh, don't eat that, don't eat this. And I catch myself slipping.
Oh, I slip all the time. Look at me.
But what I'm saying is it's just so tough.
Yeah.
You see what I'm saying? It's just so tough. And then when you see people that you love go through certain things that is so common that is just taking so many of our people away,
right?
It just hurts, bro.
Yeah.
It just hurts because it's like, damn, again, this shit,
more bad news.
This shit.
Yeah.
You know
There's
what I'm
no
saying?
brain power muscle memory that keeps going through people at this particular point in time when you see things that are a common like trend, and you've seen your family go through certain things like I mean, let's say diabetes or like whatever else. Like for an example, if you have like these things that you know can happen to you, like prostate cancer or whatever else, and you don't go about the precautions and the things like that. I'm not saying that these particular people don't.
Yeah.
But we don't take care of ourselves in the way that we possibly should. Like
Yeah,
but
you know what I'm saying? I know you're a very smart man. You're very smart. Everybody in this room.
I mean,
Same.
But I'm just saying, hey, you put four of us in the room, I think we're gonna find a good solution to a problem. You know what I'm saying? So
I don't think we're a millionaire call though.
I think if we sat down and pull small resources like a couple thousand, and really found some way.
No. I was talking about like Who Wants to Be a Millionaire.
Yeah. He meant like the phone.
Oh, wait.
I want to phone a friend.
Like
I thought he was trying to be
put
like,
us all in a room, we fucking it up.
Yeah.
Nah, hell no. I'll call you for certain things. I'll call you for certain things, and I'll find you for certain things like musical things. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Movie trivia. You know what I'm saying? All day long. Social, political, weather, what's his like?
Weather.
What's his like in the political atmosphere? You know what I'm saying? Ken knows. He got his finger on it.
Yep.
Let's lock this up though, because this game's about to start.
Fred, you can't push us to end.
after you made that whole
talking
All
shit.
right, so I'm gonna put my prediction out. Ready?
Hey,
Prediction for the series.
Let's do it.
how many games?
All right.
Suns in 4.
Yeah.
Sun's out, buns out.
Sounds accurate.
If you wake up 4
you got
days in
the
a row,
guns out.
motherfucker.
I don't got no guns.
Woo. 45.
This is 22.
Sawed off shotguns.
This is 22. This is water guns, dog.
Mossbergs, no trigger.
The Super Soaker 2000s.
Nah, but go ahead. Who you got, Souls, man? Who you feeling in the series and why?
I like Boston in 7.
Oof. Ooh. Boston wins at home in 7.
He's going for the NBA extent.
Because
I think they're going to take advantage of it personally.
The only reason
They
I'm
have
going to
to.
give it to Boston in 7 is one reason, that they got the home court advantage and Kristoff is coming back. If he didn't come back, because they say he is going to play tonight.
Yep, he's playing
they said
Porzingis. Yeah, he's playing.
Porzingis
he's
is
in
playing
there right now.
Yeah. But the one thing that I'm ignoring blindly is the fact that Dallas beat 50-win teams on their way to the finals.
They sure did. But the number one team in the league is
none of
Boston.
none of those teams had an injured player. They were at full strength.
Yep, but the number one team in the league is who?
It's Boston.
They had 14 feet of disappointment to fight against in the last series. Get out of here.
Yeah, I get that, right?
Yeah, but
I feel like
that's why I'm saying, like, they had a cakewalk, and now you're gonna meet a real animal. A hungry animal. Boston hungry too. Don't get it twisted.
Facts.
Don't get it twisted.
I just feel like if Minnesota would have won that Luka game winner game, it would have been a different series and it probably would have went to 7.
Also, shout out to Obani Jones. I just took his shit right there.
Yeah. Nah, we ain't showing more money. Take that back.
Nah, man, whatever. Nah,
But
like
yeah,
Carl
I
Anthony
like-
Towns and fucking
I like
Rudy Gobert.
Boston.
We're not gonna hold it down.
I like
for them.
Boston in 7.
Boston
I
in
think
7.
it's going 7 games. I don't think this is going to be a quick series. I think every home game is going to be won by the home team. So I won't be surprised if Boston goes up 2-0 and then Dallas ties it up at 2-0.
Yeah.
And then there we go, 1-1.
Fred, how you feeling?
I'm not
us a
going that
prediction.
deep into it.
Just give us a prediction. Who do you like?
I said it before. I said Dallas is probably going to win the whole thing.
Just because of Luka and Kyrie.
Yeah, they're fucking nasty, dude.
Yeah, bro.
Got it.
They
Ken?
can get their own shot.
I want to bet on Kyrie burning sage when he walks into the Garden.
Yeah, I mean, you probably could. There's probably prop bets for that.
I probably missed it, but
Yeah, definitely if the game
at this
started.
point now, like he probably burned the sage.
Do you
Well,
have
that nope.
But for the game, do you have a prediction?
For
I'm serious. The series.
the series,
Shit, my bad.
I'll go 5 games.
5 games for
5
who?
games Boston.
Boston. All right. You got Boston in 7. You got Boston
Maybe-
in 5.
I'll say
You-
Boston 6. No, sorry,
6.
Boston 6.
And then Fred, you said
Dallas.
Dallas. I tend to go with the star power for games like this. I just feel like Luka and Kyrie are the bigger names. They're the better.
They're the bigger
Duo.
names, but they're just 2 of them.
I agree, right? But they have some great role players at Dallas. Man, the only thing that makes me worried is
they
Drew
have
Holiday.
Do they have Al
on
Horford?
Yes.
Boston's going to
Boston.
win.
Drew Holiday on Kyrie. Drew constantly gives Kyrie fits when they play.
Fits. Ever
Head
since
up.
the whole time.
It's wild.
Who's the defining factor?
I think
Derek
that's
White.
Derek
White.
From Boston.
Yeah, no.
I would say
He
Alfred.
is.
I would
He
say
is.
Alfred.
No. Because
If he balls out,
Porzingis is back, right? So
Yeah.
Porzingis is back. So
Porzingis
Horford's
is gonna
minutes
be a
are going to be
decoy.
limited, right? But the smart thing to do is start Horford tonight. Bring Porzingis off the bench.
Which they will.
Depending on how the game swings,
They will.
You play him, right?
Because
If you're winning, keep him out. If it's tight, play Horford a little bit and play Porzingis,
Yeah,
depending
save
how
them.
his shot is falling because he likes to shoot, right? Boston is the highest. They take the most threes in a game in the entire league, right?
Live by it,
But-
die by it.
I forgot they don't have the highest percentage. I forgot who
No,
it was.
they
I think it
don't.
was Pacers or somebody else. Had the
Pacers.
highest. Pacers had the highest make
Make,
percentage.
the make
right.
does not match the take.
Yeah, right.
Yeah.
So my thing is this: you got the starting five pretty much balances itself out, right? But the Derek White, Drew Holiday combination,
Is nasty.
when they could play, all they have to do is isolate just one. Fuck it, let's let Luka have 50,
Yeah.
but we can't have Kyrie.
Don't let the rest of the team beat
We
you.
can't let Kyrie have 10 assists though.
Yep.
Okay, so if we're gonna let Luka have 50, Kyrie can't have 20 and 10 or 15 and 12, because that means that other 12 generated 24 to maybe 30 something points of offense.
Yep.
We can't allow that, and I think they could do it with Drew Holiday and Derek White and the other guy. What's his other name?
Who?
The other
On Boston? Drew Holiday, Derek White,
not
who else?
Tatum,
I
not
was gonna say
Brown,
not Tatum.
Tatum and Brown.
Pritchard,
Oh, Pritchard.
Oh, Pritchard, yo, Pritchard.
Peyton
yo.
Pritchard.
Oh,
Peyton
that-
Pritchard, I mean.
All
yeah,
right, so
Ethan.
that dude's a glove.
but
He's a glove.
in this state, this is why I should coach.
Yep.
Right now, I wouldn't use him defensively as
Okay.
as a defensive mechanism, like a prevention, like to stop him.
Yep.
I'm gonna make sure I use 4 to 5 of his fouls every game. I'm gonna make his weight heavy on these bodies. When
And
you
he's a
foul,
hard foul to commit, too.
You're laying. If you weigh 175, 180, you're gonna put that whole thing on his body.
Yeah.
You're going to. That's what your job is. This series right here.
Use your fouls.
Is
Be built.
You're gonna be strong. You're gonna prevent them from scoring, and if they beat you, you beat them. And I don't mean you lay the wood.
Yep.
Fuck a flagrant. Fuck whatever. That's what your job is this series. And I would utilize him for that. And then I would use the other dude, Sam Hauser, to spot up and just hit threes.
Yeah.
That's all.
Sam wants to see.
Wait,
Sam wants
that
to see
works.
knees to
Well,
thighs.
my pick would be Boston. Boston and 6. I think they win it.
If Boston wins, can we go to the parade?
Sure.
I'm down.
Let's podcast from the parade.
Let's
Let's
do it.
pod from the parade. Let's do it.
East Coast
Hey,
thing.
That's all I got, man. That's all
Yeah.
y'all got.
Yeah,
Y'all
let's get
good?
out here.
You want to watch this game?
Let's go.
Yeah,
All right,
I'm
fellas.
All right.
Hey, thank y'all for tuning in, man. We appreciate y'all. We took
Lot of
y'all on
support.
kind of a roller coaster of emotions here.
Yeah,
but
man.
just know that we
Yeah.
Had to
appreciate
switch it
y'all
quick,
tuning
though.
in. If you are not
I ain't wanna
subscribed,
cry.
be sure to subscribe. Be sure to follow us
Like.
on all social media platforms. Be sure
Share
to
the
like
guide.
and share the actual show.
Money
Thank
Squad
y'all, man.
82.
We're good, man. We're good. Let's get out of here, man. Thank
Let's
y'all.
go.
Have a great
Bang.
one.
Appreciate it. A lot of support.
Oh, wait.
At some point.
You are tuned in to the Nutso Bunch podcast.